Hello, friends. Don't mind the huge, if you're watching the video podcast, don't mind the huge blob of food on my chest. Spilled my lunch. Didn't want to change my shirt. But anywho, first things first. This episode's going to be a little bit shorter, and I actually mean that this time. I think every time I've said that, it's been 40 minutes, but this one will be shorter. I do want to say this though. It is like Easter week. This weekend is Easter. If you guys don't know this, Easter is my favorite holiday. People are like, "What? Christmas isn't your favorite?" I love Christmas. Nothing against Christmas. I love Christmas. But Easter has just always been my favorite holiday. And I think it's a mixture of things. I think it's because the main one being I just feel a sense of happiness on Easter that is hard to explain. I can feel in my bones that happiness of just what Easter means, if that makes sense. And I know that might sound cliche, but I don't know. I just, with it lining up kind of with the season of spring, and like, when we think of Easter, it's like Jesus has risen. It's a new life. It's a new beginning. It's happiness. It's good news. Like, we also in real life here in South Dakota, we feel that with the season. Like, winter is over and we are now seeing like things are going to start to bloom, and we get color back in the grass and the trees and the flowers, and things start to grow, and the weather starts to get nice, and people start to be outside, and there's just like this, it's like a fresh beginning, if that makes sense. And that's just why I love Easter. I love Easter day where you just wake up and the sun is shining and the windows are open and you get to spend the day with family and you go to church. And yeah, it's just, I feel so happy on Easter. I will say it is a major buzzkill when the weather is crappy on Easter, which it happens. It's looking like, I love when it's like 75 and sunny on Easter, right? Like, love it. It sets the tone, just cherry on top. But this Sunday, the weather's looking like it's going to be sunny, which the sun makes everything. It's going to be sunny, but it's like a high of 51. So it's not going to be super hot, but I just ask for the sun to be shining and a few birds chirping. That's all I want on Easter. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just excited for the weekend, and I'm excited for Easter, and I am excited for nice weather and all the things that come with spring and summer right around the corner. Anywho, let's chit chat about today's topic. So this might be a very random topic, and it might be kind of boring for some of you, so I apologize. But what I've been finding myself doing the last like 2 to 3 weeks, and I didn't even really realize I was doing it, is tidying up. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know I do this a lot. You guys probably feel like I am constantly organizing or cleaning something. And a lot of you probably think she just cleaned her pantry and she's cleaning it again. Like, is she that messy? Totally, you can judge. It's fine. But last week, okay, so I just redid my closet like 6 weeks ago. Remember, I painted it, so I had to take everything out. I also added in a new dresser. I reorganized, redid some stuff. And so my closet has been staying clean, and that's not messy, which makes me feel so good. I hate when my closet is a mess. And so that is still looking good, still organized. The other day, this was probably 5 days ago, I don't know what. I was looking for something. That's what it was. You guys want to know what I was looking for? I got my period. And so I was looking for my little cup. And I had to look under, like, I keep it under the sink in my bathroom because I have like organizing stuff, and like I just store a lot of stuff under there. And I was looking for it, and I was like, you know what? While I'm down here digging around looking for it, I'm just going to pull everything out and organize because it had gotten a mess. A lot of that is because Capri plays down there. Like if I'm getting ready and she's playing and digging that whole cabinet out. And then when I'm done getting ready, I just throw everything back in with no organization. Because I'm like, she's just going to dig this out again tomorrow. But it was due for a major organization. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to quickly pull everything out and reorganize it. So I did that. It took me like probably 20, 30 minutes to do that. And then I finished it and I was like, dang, that felt good. Like, I'm so happy that's done. And then a few days ago, my sister, she went through, so my sister has a stepson and he is like, gosh, how old is he? 10, 9. And she was going through his clothes, or she had some clothes in her basement or something from when he was younger. And she was like, hey, do you want some of these clothes for Creed? Because some of them that are getting to like what he is wearing. And I was like, yes. So she sent me home 3 garbage bags full of clothes for Creed. Well, I was like, there's no way I'm fitting that in Creed's dresser and closet because, mind you, Creed and Capri share a room. So they each have their own dresser and then they share a closet. And it was already maxed to the brim. It was unorganized. And I know Creed had a lot of stuff in there, like size 4, that he has grown out of. And I was like, okay, if I have these clothes that I'm going to put back in there, I've got to go through his clothes and reorganize and stuff like that. Same with Capri. She's now, everything that is 12 to 18 month is too small for her. And the stuff that's 18 to 24 month is like just fitting her now. But I'm also like kind of getting rid of some of that stuff because I'm basically buying 2T for her right now. It's a little big, but I'd rather have that than, you know what I mean, wear it once and have it be too small. Anyway, moral of the story is I was like, well, I'm going to quick go through the kids' clothes because I have to put these new clothes in there and I want it organized before I do that. So I took about an hour and a half one night after dinner and I went through all of Creed's clothes, all of Capri's clothes, got rid of all the stuff that was too small and put in the new stuff that we got for Creed. And I was like, man, that feels good to have that done. Like the kids' room is all organized. All their clothes are good to go for the summer. I'll still have to get Capri a few clothes for the summer because she doesn't have a lot of warm weather stuff, but Creed is about good to go. He doesn't need like any clothes at all for the summer. So I was like, all right, that feels good. That room's done. And so then last night, the toy room, you know how like it just slowly starts to get messy and, you know, just from the kids playing in there and stuff doesn't always get put away. And the craft area, Creed's so good at doing crafts and he'll do crafts for like an hour, but it just doesn't get put back the neatest. And so last night I took like a half hour. Literally, that's all it took me to clean up the toy room. I just reorganized, threw a bunch of stuff away, put stuff back in its place, and now that's all clean. And I was like, man, that feels good. And so the moral of this podcast is to encourage you to tidy up. And especially, I love to do it like when the seasons change. Like you go into a new season. So my thought process is I'm taking, 30 minutes to a half hour, or 30 minutes to a half hour, 30 minutes to an hour every day. And not even every day, like every few days, I'm finding one area that I can quick tackle and I'm cleaning it out, weeding out stuff that I don't need anymore, that's trash, that's too small, that's junk, like whatever it may be, throwing it away, decluttering and organizing, putting it back in its place. And when you do that little by little, it's way less overwhelming. And truly, you could probably do your whole house in 1 week if you wanted to. But if you started now in 1 month, if you just like every few days that you had some extra spare time after dinner, before bed, maybe on the weekends, if you just did little by little, like it doesn't take long and your house is organized. Pick one room. So what I like to do, and truly, like I said, the only things I have left now, like I want to have everything tidied and cleaned up going into spring and summer. And so that's like right now. And so I'm just using this time before it gets super nice every day and we're in the summer and we're not in our house much and we're outside and we're busy and we're go, go, go. I'm trying to get areas in our house all organized. And so, like I said, my bathroom's done because I did that. The kids' room is done. The toy room is done. Now, the toy room, for instance, that's going to have to be redone probably in 3 weeks because that's just an area that gets cluttered fast. But what I'm saying is if I continue to do that like every few weeks, it doesn't get so bad and it's easy to just keep up with. The next project is my pantry. I bought a few new pantry organizer things. And so that is my next. The pantry usually takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours, like, because I take everything out of the pantry. I find new homes for stuff. I throw stuff. I wipe it out. And so it does take me a while. But I'm hoping to get that done like in the next week or so. But the pantry will be a good one to get all done. Oh, I did the fridge last week. That's another one where like once every 2-3 weeks, I like to just take everything out of the fridge, wipe it down, put it back in. And so yeah, the pantry is the next place I want to do. And then also I'm staring at another one right now. I'm in my basement. The basement, we're not down here a ton, if I'm being honest. I'm in my gym a lot, but as far as our basement, this stays very tidy. But I bought a bunch of stuff for like my candle making, and I have like a canning pot and everything like that, and a bunch of essential oils and a bunch of wax containers, and it's accumulated all on our little bar down here in the basement, and I'm literally staring at it and it's bothering me. So I need to find a home for that. I think what I'm going to do is I need to clean out, you know how like under stairs, like the stairs that come down to our basement, there's a door that goes under the stairs and that's like a storage space. There's just a bunch of junk in there right now, like random stuff, like Capri's baby bassinet is in there that I don't want to get rid of just in case one day. But like little things like that. There's just random stuff in there. So I want to clean that out, and that might be my space for like my canning stuff and my candle making stuff and all that kind of stuff. So I need to that's another project I need to tackle. But then yeah, other than that, like I'm done with the house. And it feels really good. Our utility room could use some help. I want to get like a big storage shelf for our garage that I can put like our Christmas tree on and all my like like my seasonal house decor that's in tubs. That's all in our utility room right here. And I would like to move that to our garage on like a big metal storage shelf so our utility room has more room. Because we keep like our luggage in there and all of my seasonal decor and just random, like the kids' clothes when they outgrow it, I have it in there. So there's just like a bunch of random junk in there, and I need to tidy that up. It's not terrible, but it definitely could use some TLC. So that, but yeah, other than that, like I feel like every area of our house is getting, organized. And so it's a really good feeling. And I am a firm believer, you guys, that when your spaces around you are tidy and clean, your mind is tidy and clean. Like, you can't convince me that this is not true. When things around you are chaos and cluttered and messy, it affects your mood. You become more stressed, you're more irritable. But when you clean up the spaces around you and things are organized and tidy and clean and neat, it's like a weight off your shoulders, and it makes you happier. And so Tyson and I really try our best. Obviously, like if we were perfect, I wouldn't have to do this tidying, so we're not. Things get cluttered, things get messy, right? Like we live here. But we do put a lot of effort every day into tidying up. Every single night. Like we never go to bed with dishes in the sink. We never we try to keep up on the laundry every few days. And it's such like a team effort. Oh, my neck keeps catching. It's such a team effort because like he can tell sometimes if I get too behind on laundry, like it'll just I try to keep up on it. Like I try not to keep more than 2-3 loads that aren't folded in there. But it's so funny because sometimes I do just get behind, or it's one of those things where I put it off too long. And next thing I know, he's in there folding the laundry and then I just have to put it away. So it's really like a team effort. And every single night, like I make dinner and we'll both kind of clean up while the kids get in the bath. And he vacuums and sweeps the kitchen area and wipes down the counters. And he like cleans up the kitchen while I help the kids get ready for bed. So the kitchen is always like put to rest. It's always it's always swept. It's always mopped. Like it truly takes like 15 minutes to just run the vacuum through the kitchen, run the mop over the kitchen, wipe down the counters, get everything in the dishwasher. And I don't know, like I just feel like same with the kids. Like if they get something out, we encourage them like, okay, it's getting a mess in here. Like on the days that Creed's home and Capri's home, obviously they're, finding things throughout the day to play with. I really, really try to make Creed like, okay, bud, you just got all your craft stuff out. You did a great craft. Like he crafted for an hour. Now, can you pick up that before you decide to go outside and make a mess outside, or before you start to, do this? And sometimes I'll help him. Sometimes I'll say, I'll help you pick this up. Let's get it picked up before. And sometimes I just make him. I'm like, you know what? If you want to do this, you need to first clean up what you just got done doing. And so it's just like really putting an effort into daily tidying so things don't get overwhelming and, messy. Same with the bed. Like I do 80% of the time I make our bed in the morning, but I always do it before I sit down and do my Bible study and have my morning drink. Like Tyson gets up first, and then about a half hour I get out of bed, and then we send Creed off to preschool, and then I go in the bedroom and make the bed. Tyson showers for the day, and then I kind of fix something for breakfast for us. So it's kind of like a routine thing, but I just have my jobs that I do. He kind of does his stuff, and together we just keep things tidy. And again, like I said, I'm not doing this podcast saying like we are perfect. Our house is just there's not a speck of dirt. There's nothing. Like, trust me, it's not perfect, but I will say, like, if anyone walked in our house at any point, I wouldn't feel like, oh my God, I didn't clean. Like, we just try to keep things tidy, not perfect. We just try to keep things tidy, and in their place for the most part. So like I said, first of all, Tyson and I, we just hate when things are out of place. Like even if there's like 5 things on our dining table, I freak out. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to put this away. Or like we have little hooks when you come in our door for like to put your coats and purses and bags. And I hate it. Like my camera bag is always there. My purse is there. And then like if coats and hats get accumulated there, I'm like, oh my gosh, we've got to, like, I don't know. It's just something where I can sense when things start to build up, and I'm like, we've got to take care of this before it gets any worse and it's bothering me. So anyway, hopefully this just encourages you to maybe do the same. Like I said, if you feel like you don't know where to start in your house, if you're like, you know what, I need to be better about this. I've let things go for too long. My house is a disaster. What I encourage you to do is get a notepad, go on the notes on your phone, whatever that may be, and write down all of the spaces in your house that need cleaned. So bathroom vanity, laundry room, bedroom closet, kids' closets, toy room, office desk, kitchen cabinets, like truly every area that you want to tackle, write down that. And then all you have to do is say, okay, today I'm going to pick one. And if today you have, a lot of spare time, or if you're feeling extra energy today, pick something that takes a little longer, like the pantry or the bathroom cabinets or your closet. But on the days where you're like, you know what, but make it a point that you have to tackle one area. So maybe today you only have 15 minutes, like it was a crazy busy day, you're extra tired, you're like, you know what, today I'm just going to do my car. It'll take me 15 minutes to go out to my car, tidy it up, I'll run it through the car wash tomorrow, I'll vacuum it out. But you know what I mean? Like some things are going to take you 15 to 20 minutes to tidy up, and some things are going to take you an hour and a half. So you just kind of have to decide, like, what do I have time for today? And just do one every day. And then in 2 weeks, you will have everything tidied up. Maybe even ask your husband, say, hey, I really want to try and get our house tidied up and organized. Can you do the garage, can you go through your clothes in the closet? Like, can you do the car? Try and maybe divide, or maybe you're like, you know what? Can you help me do the pantry on Saturday? Can you just help me do this? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Do it as a team, or maybe assign him a few areas that he could take over for you. but just work together and get your house tidied up before summer starts, chaos starts. Have your kids help out. Creed's still a little bit young for me to be asking him to like tidy up spaces in our house. He can definitely, like I said, he does have to clean up after himself, but do you get what I mean? But I will say this, if he was 10 years old or if he was, 15 years old, I would be saying, hey, you need to completely take everything out of your dresser drawers, find what you wear, find what you don't, make a pile, fold everything, put it back in there, and you need to completely clean your room. Or, I truly think that your kids can also help out if they're at that appropriate age. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here and talk about that because it's something that we do frequently. I do frequently, but also I literally am in the midst of it right now. Like I said, I have been working on places here and there, and it feels really good. I just have a few other places to do, and then we'll be ready for summer. So, yeah, I guess if you have any questions about that, you can always like DM me on Instagram, and I will work on answering those. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. It also feels so good too. Like when I've shared this before on Instagram, you guys are like, it is the best feelings too to like get rid of stuff you're not using. Like, you know what I mean? If you're not using it, get rid of it. If I haven't used it in the last 6 months or year, it's out of here. And then also a thing that I'm looking forward to is to like have my inside of my house organized and decluttered and gone through. So then we can move outside, and I'm working on making some of our outside spaces more functional, our patios, our decks. I'm doing a little bit of a landscaping project. And yeah, I don't know. It's just it's not fun. Some stuff is fun when it comes to working on your house, but also some of it is like, ugh, it's so time consuming, but yet it feels so good when you have your spaces the way you want them. And I think it just helps our mental clarity too when, like I said, things are where they're supposed to be and things aren't messy and chaotic in our environment. So anyway, hopefully that just encourages you to maybe make a little bit of a game plan, start decluttering and organizing because it truly is the best feeling. So anyway, that's a wrap. That's all I got. Hopefully today's podcast episode wasn't too boring for you. But I am excited for the weekend. I hope you guys have a fabulous Easter, and hopefully the weather is good for all of us, and we'll chat soon. Bye guys.